I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of sticks like a laser tag. Fuck a rich bitch, have a rich set. Smoke a lot of weed plant. Did tickle lean where the lean at. Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Probably going jeans cause I'm cool right.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another edition of A Singles Take. A Singles Take is a new segment that I'm starting on my channel where I give my single person opinions about different things, topics, movies, shows, whatever. So this is the second episode of Married at First Sight, and I'm just going to be telling you all how I felt about the episode. But before I get into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up and comment down below if you're enjoying this segment on my channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so on episode 2 of Married at First Sight, 3 of our couples got married. We have Clara and Ryan, Brianna and Vincent, and we have Virginia and Eric. So I'm not sure if this is gonna, be long because you're gonna only get my point of view. I don't have anybody else to, go back and forth with and, hear what they have to say and making a dialogue. So you're literally just gonna hear from me. So the first couple is Clara and Ryan. So they were the last couple on episode 1, and when we were there, they were holding hands. They were at the altar, and she was like, "This is weird." And it flashed back to him, and he would just look like he's like a pop of blood vessel in his forehead. But now on episode 2, when they take the blindfolds off, y'all, they could not stop smiling at each other. I really think the predictions that I made were wrong, but that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna have to be wrong because I can't go back and change it now. But they were grinning. They could not stop smiling. They were so happy to see each other. It's like they knew each other. Well, this is what I'm saying. It's like they had known each other before they got to the altar. The way they were cheesing so hard. But y'all, when they started to read their vows, every time Ryan come on the screen and he do something for her, I start crying. I'm just like, well, I'll be dang. Gucci! I'm just playing. But I just be like, he is so thoughtful. Like, his vows were so thoughtful. I was like, I need me a man like Ryan. Yeah, definitely. Because these men out here, they don't be thoughtful. They just be out here thinking that you're supposed to do whatever. And that's not how it's going to go. But it was so thoughtful. Like I said, I was crying. I'm a water bag, so it's not hard to make me cry with emotional things. Like, just making me cry by doing something, nah. But I mean, like, when something is sentimental and touching, I would cry easily. And that's exactly what happened. So when Claire was reading her vows, I like the fact that she knew she was naive to the fact of being married and what, she said bring to her marriage, and her reaching out to her family and friends to, get their insight on what should be included in her vows. I thought that was a really nice touch. And y'all, they kissed. Now, last season of Married at First Sight, a lot of the couples, they ain't really kissed. They were like, I'm not about that. You can kiss me on the cheek, but you're not kissing me on these lips. We got here in the middle of a pandemic, and they ain't here kissing on the lips. I'm pretty sure, they had to get tested beforehand, but they out here kissing strangers on the mouths. Well, at this point, they husband and wife, but they still strangers nevertheless. But yes, y'all, they kissed, and it was just a little cute little mwah. It was so cute. I was just like, I'm surprised that they did kiss because I was worried about her. I thought she was just going to be, I thought she was going to be. If y'all ain't watched the first review, y'all need to go watch the first review because I thought she was just going to be, I thought so. Now, the thing about Clara on this one was she said that she told them that she wanted somebody with an easy last name. Don't ask me to pronounce a last name because I can't do it. But she gonna say on her little confessional thing talking about, it sounds like pig Latin. And I'm just like, girl. I'm like, every time she just say something, I be on her team and then I don't be on her team. Because she just say the stupid things. I'm just like, I can't deal. I can't deal. But yeah, and they held like great conversation, and I'm really starting to like their chemistry. I'm pretty sure in the last episode I said that I didn't think they were going to be making because she was too insensitive and he was too thoughtful for her for them to be compatible. But now I really do think, you know, that I think they're gonna do a little something. Like when they start living together, I don't know. Like I ain't gonna know what to say about that. But right now they like really got a good chemistry. I really like how, you know, I like how they mashing together right about now. So the next couple that they talked about was Virginia and Eric. Now I already told y'all last time that Virginia is, you know, she the party girl. She like to drink. Literally, when she got there, she needed a shot. She needed a shot. They was shot. They was taking shots right before they got ready. Not like, you know, drinking a little bit of champagne and none of that. Nah, bro. We taking shots. That's what we're gonna do. And then when they flashed with Eric, he was just saying like, oh, I'm for real. I'm serious. I'm not playing no games. I already know what it's like to be married, and I already know everything that it needs, that it's gonna take, and I'm willing to do whatever. Flash of Virginia, shot. And I'm like, I already know. And baby, they was drinking Pink Whitney. Now, we're gonna pause right here. If you don't know, if you ain't never had no Pink Whitney, then, I mean, I ain't suggesting that you go try it, especially if you're not 21. But Pink Whitney, oh, that's a different type of, like, it's kind of like one of them sneak up on you, like, psh, you thought kind of drinks. So I suggest that you be careful if you do ever want to drink it. But they were just like, woo, woo, woo. And I'm just like, oh, they're all going to be drunk by the time she gets ready to walk down the aisle because, sheesh. Now, for me personally, right? All the other brides that I've seen, even on the last season of Married at First Sight, simple makeup, you know, just like a little soft glam beat, you know, make it look natural. Purple eyeshadow. I was like, oh, that's not what I'm feeling right now, because I was like, she gonna wear purple eyeshadow, right? What if her colors, like the colors at the wedding, not even purple? Like, what if it just don't match and she just out there looking kind of foolish? But, you know, she ended up looking, you know, all right, kind of went together with the whole thing, whatever. But I was just like, I'm worried. And I was so afraid that by the time she got to the altar that he would smell the liquor just pouring out of her pores, that he could smell it on her breath or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm nervous. I'm not sure if this is going to go good. I don't really know. But, you know, he ain't say nothing, so I guess it was fine. Or maybe he just ain't want to act fool for the cameras or whatever it wouldn't be. But I was just like, yeah. Oh, one part that I really liked when it came to Eric was when his parents came in there and they, you know, they were having that conversation. I was just like, see, this is what this time need to be, like you and your friends. Also, you know, having your last hoorah, your real last hoorah. But it was just like that sentimental moments. I think that's what I'm living for, is the sentiment. Like, they came in there, they was like, we still support you, you know, but this is crazy. This is not our traditional way, and da-da-da-da-da. His friends kind of had a moment like that, too. They were like, so are you going to take her last name? Like, in a kidding way. And then he was like, no, she's going to take mine. He was like, well, what if she's that type that doesn't want to take the last name? He was like, well, when I told them I was traditional, I was hoping that they would pick somebody that would want to take my last name. I was like, period, bruh. Come on now. She... If you want to match a traditional person, want to match with a traditional person, you have to be, you know, willing to do those things. So hopefully they match correctly. Hopefully. Oh, y'all. Oh, I hope I'm looking down at my notes. But yeah. Victoria's dad showed up and I got so teary-eyed because I really thought that he wasn't going to be a part of it. Even though we already knew what he looked like from the FaceTime call. But I was like, oh, and I knew she was going to start crying. She was trying to hold it in, but she just had to let that thing go. Let it go. Let it go. Because, baby, it was so amazing. It was magical. Well, it was like a magical moment where you're like, you having a dream and you really want him to be there. You really want him to be there. And then he actually be there. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. That was very emotional for her. Shoot, and for me. It was really emotional. Okay. And what I really liked about it, Eric could not stop smiling when she was coming down the aisle, because before she came down the aisle, baby, she was just crying. She was crying. I'm like, girl, what is you crying about? Is the liquor getting to you? You just crying? You think you're making a mistake? You're just crying? I'm just like, oh Lord, somebody get her. Somebody get her. She's just crying. But, you know, she kind of looked like she had already been crying when she was walking down the aisle. But Eric was just smiling. He was like, oh my gosh, she's just so beautiful. La, la, la. And I was just like, oh, I'm so happy that he's smiling. Because what if he wasn't smiling? He might not have been attracted to her. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. So they did their vows, you know, it was really nice. His was more, you know, thoughtful than hers. But hey, it's an age difference, so, you know, what do you expect? I mean, you know, I already know what type of person she is. She a little party girl. She want to do this, do that. Hers was just a little bit more simple. I'm not going to say dumbed down, but a little bit more simple than his was. And she even said when he finished, she's like, wow, those were good. Making it seem like, oh, mine are trash. Like, they're not even going to compete. So, baby, they kissed too. I'm like, whoa, 2 couples in a row, they done kiss. And he was like, okay, so we're going for a little kiss. She was like, baby, no. Like, Respucia. I was like, whoa. He was surprised too. He was like, whoa, I like that. I was like, whoa, she had too much to drink. You feel that comfortable just doing all of that with a stranger, boo? I'm just like, And then when they were taking pictures, she just kept kissing them and kept kissing them and kept kissing them. I was like, well, god dang, is you gonna let the man breathe? But I was like, hey, I mean, if that what she like, that what she like. And if he all right with that, if he ain't telling her that he ain't comfortable with it, then I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Whole lot of kissing. And then, y'all, she started, like, saying, like, every scene, I need a shot, I need a drink, I need a shot, I need a drink. And like I told y'all in the last episode, he was just like, he don't really want to be with a woman that likes to drink a lot or, you know, might be an alcoholic. Baby, when she went up to the bar and asked for something to drink, and he was just standing there like, I was like, ooh. I was like, I don't think that this is gonna go too well. But, you know, it ended up being, I guess, not that big of a deal at the moment because, you know, he ain't say nothing. I'm just guessing. I'm just assuming. And when they were, you know, sitting down after they came back in, taking pictures and things like that, she was telling him, you know, that her sister was gay and that her 2 kids that they had were, what is it called? Artificially inseminated. And I'm glad that he was so open about it and, you know, not judgmental, even though he have a very traditional background. He was saying, you know, that I don't judge people. I don't judge their life, blah, 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 blah. I was like, whoo, baby, I'm glad about that because that's also one thing that I was worried about that I didn't mention last time, that traditional people don't have a very open mind sometimes, and I was worried about that. So the last couple that we had to get married on this episode was Brianna and Vincent, and let me tell you, I love this couple. This is my favorite couple so far. And they might continue to be my favorite couple because Brianna is my favorite female cast person, mate, on this show. She's my favorite because she's like, honestly, I want to be more like Brianna. I feel like I'm a little bit out of there, wow, crazy, kind of that thing. But she's like she might be a nice, nasty kind of person, if you get what I'm saying. But they both said that they could not sleep the night before their wedding. I was like, oh, they're a little bit jittery. They're a little bit excited, happy, what you should be. But even though they're marrying a stranger, you know, this is a life-changing decision that they're making. And I'd probably be the same way. Probably couldn't sleep. Shoot, probably couldn't eat. Nah, I take it back because I like to eat. Ain't nobody about to stop me from eating. But can't sleep, that's something real. And it was just so ironic. It was just so ironic that neither one of them could sleep. And him saying, you know, that he believes in destiny, that this is the right thing for him. And, You know, he's saying even though, you know, he doesn't have his parents in his life, he still wants to be that super dad and that super husband. I was like, oh, he is, I need me. Can I have a mixture of Ryan and Vincent, please? I need a mixture. Because they're like the perfect examples right now. Because they really want this for one. Both of them really want it, and you can tell like just by the way they talk, their gestures, their mannerisms. I'm just like, yeah. But one of my most favorite parts about the episode with Brianna and Vincent really happens to do with Brianna when she had that mother-daughter time with her mom. Her mom came in, you know, and got her makeup done and stuff, and I just could imagine me there talking with my mom because, you know, me and my mom are really close. If y'all don't know that, me and my mom are close, so I could just imagine that, and I really felt that moment that she was having with her mom, so I was just like, oh, yeah. I feel like this is going to be great. I feel like it's going to be great. Her mom is so beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I mean, they're both very beautiful, but you can tell, like, that beauty just runs down like a stream. They so gorgeous. Oh, my God. They so gorgeous. All right. Calm down. Sheesh. And when the groomsmen got ready to, you know, go out and disperse, that brother prayed. Do you hear me? He prayed, and I was like, I'm so glad to hear that, you know, they're, you know, in their religion, that it's not just for pretending for play. Because some people like that, they'll tell you that, you know, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, and they just really, they don't show nothing about their religion or nothing like that. So I'm really glad to, you know, see that in these people. So right before Brianna got ready to walk down the aisle, you know, they give that suspense to make your heart beat. They play the heart. As soon as she cut that corner, she started smiling. He started smiling. So all the way down, they just smiling. Now he's Dominican, so he got a fair skin, right? Like me, right? Red. Starting to turn red, just smiling. They get there, they immediately start speaking to each other. Some of the other couples, they really didn't say nothing. They were just smiling. Of course, Ryan and Claire don't count because they were blindfolded. But they was like, hi, my name is yada yada. He was saying that she was beautiful. He went and talked to her mom. He was saying that he was nervous. And the mom was like, no, you got this. I was just like, oh, I love this already. I can't deal. I can't deal. It was so beautiful. They are just so beautiful. They are a gorgeous couple. You hear me? Very much so. And guess what, y'all? They kissed too. I say 3 couples in a row they done kissed. What? But you know, sorry, I know I'm yelling, y'all. But I was like, I can't believe 3 couples in a row have kissed. Well, I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? So I was like, okay. They kissing. Now what I like to see, because I really want them to be turn, hips, lips. All right. But and then when they went from the altar to, you know, had their little 15 minute moment together, and they were talking, it was just a vibe. You know when you see a vibe, or you know when you feel a vibe? I just felt the vibe, and I was like, yeah. And when he was telling her, because she asked like what he did or whatever, and he was saying what he did, basically saying he was an entrepreneur and he has this business. And for a second, you know how they edit stuff, she was just staring at him. So it must have been when she was just listening to him, but she was staring at him. She was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I was like, oh God, I'm so happy that she seems supportive and what he want to do, because so glad that he was supportive. I mean, I'm so glad that she was supportive, because y'all know that's what the last relationship, the girl wasn't supportive. That's why she left him, because he wanted to go for his dreams and, you know, build his empire. And she was like, no, I don't got time to wait for you to get rich. I need you to be rich now. That kind of person, right? But I'm glad Brianna was very excited to hear about what he was doing, right? And like I already told y'all, that Brianna and her friend is black. Her friend was giving her toast speech or whatever, and the friend was like, look, take care of her or we're going to have to fight, period. Okay? And I was like, yes, I'm so glad that people are for real who they are on TV or whatever, because we're going to have to fight. If you don't do what you say you're going to do, bro, that's it. I was so glad to see that. But, you know, I went through the couples, and as I was saying something about the other couples, I was thinking, but all of them, their first dance was so nice. Brianna had to tell Vince, no, put your hand here. That was a cute little sweet moment. They were dancing and they were talking. Of course, Victoria was steady kissing. I'm like, oh my, somebody take the drinks away from the girl. Look, all of that. For what? You happy? We know it. Clap your hands. Jeez. But you know, that's her business. And I was just saying, like, they is kissing a lot. Kissing a mighty lot. But as like the reception and everything was good. They haven't got to the point where, you know, everybody's out on the dance floor. They kind of stopped with, you know, them sitting and eating and talking and things like that. And of course, you know, some of it is kind of weird because, you know, they're just getting to know each other. But Brianna and Vincent's not weird at all. They really talking. They really doing their thing. And I really do like that. So the episode kind of ended off with the beginning of Paige and Chris's, you know, thing that they had going on. And what I like about this couple is their faith. Their faith is so strong. You can tell in their family, because the dad came in and he said, you look magnificent. Come on now, tell me you don't hear that word up in church a lot. Magnificent. Ooh, said the man looked magnificent. I was like, that's what you do, Pops. You come in there and you say he looked magnificent, because he did look magnificent. You know he was going to look magnificent. Come on now. He even said himself, I got to look good when I come out here. He was popping his collar. I got to look good. I was like, you know what, bro? You do have to look good. And I'm glad you did. But they both, of course, you know, they both prayed. It's like they prayed 6 times. I was like, they really praying on this. Even though they already done probably prayed on it, they were still praying on it. And that's what you need. Don't stop praying. Just because you think things is getting good, that don't mean you got to stop praying. And you don't got to stop thanking God. Just saying. And he gave her a gift. And I was just like, that necklace was so beautiful. And I was like, wow. He got her gift already. They ain't even seen each other yet, and she already got a gift. I was like, oh. And then in his prayer, he was saying that he promised to give her a lot of kids. I said, oh my God. And then, of course, after that, you know, the episode came to an end. But I cannot wait to see the last 2 couples get married. Actually, I should have watched the teaser for the next episode. But I was like, I don't want to get no, you know, ideas about what's going to happen with Paige and Chris. So, like, I'm just going to cut it off right here. And I'm going, you know, I'm just going to leave it for that. But you guys, I don't know if y'all feeling the excitement that I'm feeling. But I was literally... Because I thought they was going to play Paige and Chris' whole thing. When they did, I was like, why? Why would y'all do this to me? Why didn't y'all play it? Why didn't y'all let me see them get married? But, you know, they got to keep the suspense on the show. And I totally understand that. Y'all, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you're enjoying this show just as much as I am. And if you are, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Till next time, guys. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting to tell y'all to add me on my social media, but y'all already know what to do. Till next time, guys. Peace.